Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to start revise Human Health and Diseases, chapter number 10. We all know what is health, where the absence of disease that we know, but health is a kind of complete stage or complete maintenance of our physiological, our mental, and our social behavior, we can say. So, which is actually maintained by a proper diet, proper habits, proper lifestyle. Rather this that we know, we are actually everyday exposed to the various foreign bodies that we can say a kind of pathogens which are responsible for diseases, but still we remain healthy because our body shows a kind of ability to resist, and that is a system which is working in our body to fight this to fight with this pathogen, that is termed as our immune system. So immune system can be also termed as defense mechanism. Immunity, which is a protection against the infectious diseases, and is only one of the many consequences of immune response, which is entirely concerned with the reaction of the body against any foreign, that is the antigen. So antigen is the important part of our immunity. So immunity, which is related to the immunology, which is a branch of science, deals with the study of immune system and immune responses to foreign substances and their role in resisting infection by pathogens. The most important characteristic of immune system is that it distinguishes self cells, that are our own body cells, and non-cell, that is foreign molecules or invading cells. So immune system differentiates between the body cells and invades that any foreign substances invading body capable of stimulating an immune response, which is called antigen, and the protective chemicals which are actually produced by these immune cells in response to the antigens, that are called antibodies. So stimulation which is gained by the antigen and the response for that stimulation, that can be antibodies. So types of immunities, where the first one, that is innate immunity or inborn, as according to name, it is possessed by a virtue of any person's genetic makeup. That means we get by inheritance, inherited immune system, natural inborn defense system, and which is non-specific. That means which indicates a degree of resistance to infection in general. So it is a kind of general immune system in our body. So there are types of innate immune system or inborn immune system. First one, epithelial surface, where the healthy skin which shows the bacterial activity, antibacterial activity. So high concentration of salt in drying sweat. So because of that, that bacteria cannot survive in that pH. Sebaceous glands which secretes oils, which shows the presence of fatty acids, which are antibacterial, antifungicidal properties. Sorry, antifungal properties. So bactericidal or fungicidal. So antibacterial or antifungal properties which shows. Even the respiratory tract shows mucosa which traps the foreign material or pathogens or microorganisms. So these mucous linings on the epithelium which actually step back to the pharynx, where they tend to solid or the cut out. That means in our neck region, or we can say our throat region. Cough reflex is an important defense mechanism of respiratory tract. Mouth is constantly bathed in saliva, which has inhibitory effect of microorganisms. Flushing action of urine eliminates the bacteria from the urethra. Spermine and zinc present in semen are antibacterial. Second type of innate immunity we can say, that is antimicrobial substances in the blood and tissues. So the complement system contains complement system contains more than 30 serum proteins which are circulating in the blood and which are antimicrobial, which shows antimicrobial properties. Pathogenic activates the complement where the cytokinins, soluble proteins which are released and which are antiviral in nature. Cellular factors in innate immunity where the cells which shows a kind of activity, there is a phagocytic cells which engulf any bacteria or virus. Fever, that is increase in the body temperature by which that bacterial physiological process is actually prohibited. Acute phase protein, where the infection or injury leads to a sudden increase in concentration. That is acute phase proteins, where the plasma protein collectively, where the plasma protein which shows a kind of high level of amount of amino acids in it. So alpha 1 acid glycoprotein, serum amyloid P, these are APP, are believed to be enhance the host resistance. Next type of immunity, that is acquired immunity. This is opposite to the innate immunity or inborn immunity. The resistance that an individual which acquires during life is known as acquired immunity, which is adaptive or specific immunity. So there are some features of this type of immunity. Specificity, it can produce specific antibody. Diversity, it can recognize wide variety of microorganisms. Discrimination, it can differentiate between on body cells or foreign molecules. Memory, which is specific for an agent which is actually where it generates an immune response and eliminate the invader once, and then when the second time, or we can say one more time, that bacteria or that virus, that pathogen, that microbe again attacks the body is able to form kind of antibodies against it immediately. So that's why it can be termed as memory. Types of acquired immunity. First one, which is active immunity, developed by the individuals by the antigenic stimulus, also called as adaptive immunity. Natural acquired active immunity, where the immunity acquired due to the infection is called natural active immunity, which is developed after the entry of pathogens in the body. It is long-lasting immunity. For example, person who has recovered from attack of measles develop immunity to the measles. Artificial acquired active immunity, that is a vaccine which is introduced to the body, stimulates the antibodies and immunity is activated. Passive immunity, acquired when ready-made antibodies are received by the body cells. So passive immunity can be acquired either naturally or artificially. Natural acquired passive immunity, this is the first type of passive immunity, where before birth the maternal antibodies are transferred from mother to the fetus. That is the natural acquired passive immunity, which remains in the body of the fetus for its not remains for the long time. Artificial acquired passive immunity, that is developed by the injecting previously prepared antibodies using the serum. That is the method which is now used for the COVID-19. That is one of the method which is used by doctors. Next subtopic of this chapter, that is cells of immune system, where the lymphocytes, which are the main cells of the immune system, they, like the other blood corpuscles, arise from the stem cells. They arise from the stem cells and other blood corpuscles. So that is cytoblast, fetus, bone marrow in adult, and this differentiate our body cells and microorganisms. B lymphocytes, T lymphocytes, these are the names of that lymphocytes tissues which are termed as. Mechanism of response of T lymphocytes to antigens, where helper T cells, killer T cells, cytotoxic T cells, suppressor T cells, memory T cells that we have studied in detail. Action of B lymphocytes to antigen, where the T cells, which are where the plasma cells which are produced special as glycoproteins, which are called antibodies, circulated through the body fluids and blood and lymph. So these antibody molecules, they bind to the cell membrane and they remains free. Free antibodies have three main functions: agglutination, that is formation of solid part; opsonization, that is coating of the bacteria, covering the bacteria; neutralization of toxins. Suppose that a pathogen is not there, a kind of foreign material chemical is there. So neutralization of toxins released by the bacteria, that is Tetanus toxin we can say. Antigen presenting cell. This is the second type. So antigen presenting cells which invading the pathogens with the process of pathogen and process of antigens, which processed antigens are presented on their own surface with the help of helper T cell. Vaccination, that is administration of vaccine, inactivated pathogen or antigenic protection of particular pathogen to protect against a particular pathogen, which is called vaccination. Our body's own immunity system which is developed against the pathogen if infection is caused. So it's an efficient system most of the time. Vaccination is a way to teach the immune system, that is how to recognize and eliminate the pathogen organism. Vaccination can be mostly used as the primary prevention. Then what about the vaccinations which are a safety? These are considered as safe and tested through the many rounds of study. That's why they are totally safe. Structure of antibody, where the antibodies are glycoproteins which are highly specific to the specific antigens, also known as immunoglobulins, where the structure of antibody which is given and the binding site, that is 2NN sites which are shown in the diagram. You need to study this diagram which can be asked to draw or to explain to structure where which is given. So H chains, L chains, which are the polypeptide chains together, that is the disulfide bonds, they are held together, forms Y shape. Variable regions, that are the antigens which are termed as the binding sites and which are responsible for the locking or attachment to the pathogen. Formation of antigen antibody complex, where the antigen and antibody, where the antibody is actually coats that antigen and the structure is formed which is shown in the diagram. With the help of corresponding antigen binding sites, antibodies, which is called paratopes, and these paratopes are located on the variable regions of the antibody. Small variations in the variable region make such antibodies highly specific. So that is specific for the specific pathogen. Antigen on blood cells. There are several known antigens on the surface of the human red blood cells. These antigens give rise to different blood groups like ABO, RH, Duffy, Kit, Lewis, P, MNS, Bombay blood group, etc. So blood group systems can be determined by this. ABO blood group, where the A, B and O, which are the antigens which are produced in the blood cells, which are the agglutination, which are the shows in the formation of agglutinations of human red blood cells. So antigen B, the presence of antigen A makes blood group A, presence of B makes it B, presence of both makes it AB, and presence of both means absence of both, which is blood group O. So you can study it is very well in the diagram. RH factor, that is the presence of RH factor, a kind of protein which is present, so which gives the blood group positive, RH positive, whether it is negative. So these RH blood group in the important factor for blood transfusion involved in the hemolytic disease. Hemolytic, that means what we can say disposal of RBCs, which is called erythroblastosis fetalis, which forms in newborn baby. That's the disease. So it occurs on RH negative mother conceives RH positive fetus.